It's now time for our third interview of the show. And back in May, before schools were rescheduled to go back, we spoke to Malikah Swail, a grade 12 learner at Elsie's River High, who was one of the students who wrote a letter to the president about their concerns on the reopening of schools. Today I'm chatting to her again, this time about what it was like going back to school and how it feels with them being closed again. Malikah, thank you so much for joining me. Welcome back to the show.
Good morning, and thank you so much for having me again.
What was it like doing exams during this time of the pandemic? Have you done exams, and how were they if you have different to usual exams?
So we basically finished our term 1 exam, and we wrote one paper so far for our term 2 exam. And writing under such conditions most definitely brings a range of emotions, because for starters, we aren't used to writing with a mask on. And I think that the most challenging part is that while you are writing, you find yourself overthinking. And I think a typical example is when I wrote history, and I was sitting and I was thinking about how to phrase my answer. But then I found myself looking across the room and I was thinking, wow, are we really in a pandemic still trying our best to go on and still writing exams? And when I got home, I was thinking, how many other students might have also found themselves looking across the room and literally panicking about their future, because I know that I most definitely do. And I think that people don't realize, and especially our education department doesn't realize, that this pandemic doesn't just take a toll on your emotional well-being, but it takes on your mental well-being as well. And I think that it's relatively tough as well, especially for grade 12 students. Not that I'm saying it's not difficult for other grades, but because we constantly worry and think, will I be able to get into university, or how will I possibly even get through this year? So it's most definitely tough and extremely challenging.
Well, Malikah, thank you so much for joining me once again on RX Radio Breakfast. It's been great to catch up. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
You are listening to RX Radio
for and by children.
RX Radio. RX Radio Rock.